1. The Facebook check and burglar. Let's start with Jonathan Parker from Pennsylvania, 2009. Jonathan breaks into a house, sees a computer, thinks, you know what would be smart right now? Checking my Facebook. So he logs in, scrolls a bit, then leaves with the stolen goods. Plot twist, he forgot to log out. The homeowner comes back, sees their computer still open to Jonathan's Facebook page. Full name, profile picture, address, the works. Police arrested him the same day. They didn't even need to investigate. They just clicked see profile. Jonathan literally arrested himself with a mouse click. 2. The beeping bad boys. Two guys rob a bank in Long Island, 2015. Masks, getaway car, the whole setup. They get the cash, drive away feeling like pros. One problem, the money bag has a GPS tracker, and it's beeping loudly. These geniuses kept the beeping bag in their car and just kept driving, with the device literally screaming their location to police. They didn't throw it out, didn't even check what was beeping. Police followed the GPS signal straight to them. Easiest rest of their careers. 3. The selfie snitch team meet Dupree Johnson from North Carolina, 2015. Dupree stole a car. Pretty standard crime, happens every day. But Dupree found the victim's phone in the car. And instead of, I don't know, throwing it away, he took selfies, multiple selfies, pouty face, duck lips, the full Instagram photo shoot. The photos automatically backed up to the cloud. The car owner opened their photo album and found a complete gallery of Dupree's face, from like 7 different angles. Dupree Johnson, car thief, amateur photographer, professional idiot. Police had his face in HD before they even started looking for him. 4. The return customer, Oregon, 2013. A guy robs a 7-Eleven, gets away clean. Good job, criminal. 45 minutes later, he comes back to the same store, still wearing the same clothes, same mask, and tries to rob it again. The employees were like, dude, we just called the cops on you. And he apparently went, oh yeah, that's probably still happening. Police were already on their way from the first robbery. They just waited for him to show up again at the crime scene, wearing the evidence. Some people rob a place and flee the country. This guy robbed the place and then circled back like he forgot something. 5. The Google Maps strategist, Florida, 2019. A guy named Zachary Zahos decided to break into cars. But Zachary was a planner. He wasn't just gonna wing it. So, he Googled where are the police right now to avoid them. Strategic thinking, right? Except he did this Google search immediately before committing the crimes from his phone, which police checked after arresting him. So police found searches like how to break into cars and where are cops located. Timestamped minutes before the break-ins, Zachary built his own case file for the prosecution. He essentially wrote a diary called Crimes I Am About to Do and handed it to police. 6. The sneeze that solved the case, Manchester, UK, 2018. Police are interrogating a suspect about drugs. He denies everything, says he's never seen drugs in his life, then he sneezes, a regular, everyday sneeze. Except a bag of cocaine flies out of his nose, just shoots out, lands on the table. In front of the police officers, this man had drugs so far up his nose that his own body was like, no, can't do this anymore, and rejected them mid-interrogation. The suspect tried to act like nothing happened, like cocaine just naturally exits people's noses during allergy season. Police were too busy laughing to even respond immediately. His body snitched on him. His own nostril became a witness for the prosecution. 7. The Donut Disconnect, Texas, 2016. A woman steals a car and leads police on a high-speed chase. Dangerous stuff, genuinely putting lives at risk. Then she pulls into a donut shop drive-thru, mid-chase, with police cars behind her. Lights flashing, sirens blaring. She orders a donut, waits for her order, while being chased. The donut shop employees were so confused they just made the donut. What else are you supposed to do in that situation? She got her donut, took one bite, was immediately arrested. Priorities, I guess, at least she didn't commit her crime on an empty stomach. 8. The tag. Your IT criminal, Pittsburgh, 2009. A guy spray paints graffiti on a building, tags it with his signature, as graffiti artists do. His tag, his actual name, first and last name, like he was signing a check. Police saw the graffiti, read the name, looked him up in the database, and knocked on his door the next day. He genuinely seemed confused about how they found him. But it's my artist name. He reportedly said, yes, your artist name. That is also your government name on your driver's license. The same name your mom calls you. That's not a street name, my guy. That's just your name. 9. The Pocket Dial Confession, California, 2015. 2 men are planning a robbery. They're in a car, discussing the whole plan. Who does what, when, where. One of them pocket dials 911, completely by accident. So there's a 911 dispatcher just listening to these two guys plan a robbery in real time. She hears the address, the target, the getaway route, everything. She's basically getting the criminal blueprint delivered directly to her headset. Police show up before the robbery even happens. The criminals were arrested while still in the planning phase. One of them later asked, how did you know, sir? You called them. You literally called the police on yourself and told them your entire plan. 10. The Evidence Eater. Michigan, 2017. Police pull over a guy for speeding. They see drugs in the car and tell him he's under arrest. The guy panics and starts eating the evidence, just shoving drugs in his mouth, trying to swallow them. Here's the thing, police had already seen the drugs. They'd already documented them. The evidence was already evidence. Eating it doesn't make it unevidence. Also, and I cannot stress this enough, eating a bunch of drugs at once is a spectacularly bad idea for reasons that have nothing to do with the law. He ended up getting arrested and going to the hospital, charged with possession and whatever medical disaster happened in his stomach. He literally turned one crime into two crimes plus a hospital visit. The drugs were already photographed. My guy. What was the plan here? 11. The Instagram Flexer Miami, 2018. A guy robs a bank, gets away with thousands of dollars. So far, so criminal. Then he goes home and posts photos on Instagram with the cash, stacks of bills. Caption, look at all this money I definitely got legally. Not that caption, but it might as well have been. He's posing with the cash, throwing it in the air, counting it on his bed. Hashtags include hashtag blessed and hashtag living my best life. Also possibly hashtag evidence against me. Police saw the post because, shockingly, they also have Instagram. They cross-reference the bills with the bank's serial. Numbers perfect match. My guy turned his crime into a photo shoot. He basically created his own wanted poster and posted it himself. Police had a confession and a portfolio. 12. The Worst Getaway Driver, New Jersey, 2014. A group of guys rob a store. They have a getaway driver waiting outside. Professional operation, right? They run out with the goods, jump in the car, and yell go. The driver hits the gas and immediately crashes into a police car that was parked right in front of them. Not a moving police car they didn't see coming, a stationary, parked, not going anywhere. Police car, with officers inside it. The officers weren't even responding to this robbery. They were on lunch break, just sitting there eating sandwiches. And suddenly a car full of criminals crashes directly into them, with stolen goods visible in the back seat. The officers didn't even have time to put down their sandwiches before making the arrest. Easiest collar of their lives. They were basically catered to crime. 13. The Literal Paper Trail, Illinois, 2016. A man breaks into a house, takes ATV, some jewelry, various items. On his way out, he notices the homeowner has a printer and apparently thinks, you know what I need? A copy of my driver's license. So, he prints out multiple copies of his driver's license. Just makes copies for reasons that remain unclear to this day. Then he leaves, but forgets the copies on the printer. Homeowner comes home, sees they've been robbed, goes to call police, and finds printed copies of the burglar's driver's license just sitting there. Name, address, photo, date of birth, everything. Police had his entire identity before they even started investigating. This man literally left a dossier about himself at the crime scene. 1. If you're committing a crime, maybe don't document it on social media. Revolutionary advice. I know. 2. Your body can and will snitch on you, especially if you hide drugs in your nose. 3. Getaway drivers should probably know how to drive, just a thought. And 4. If you're planning to commit a crime and you find yourself thinking, should I check Facebook right now? Or should I take a selfie? Or should I print out my personal information? The answer is no. Always no. These people made the cops' job so easy. They basically did the paperwork themselves. Some of them literally did do the paperwork themselves. If you enjoyed watching criminals defeat themselves, hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories of people making terrible decisions. And remember, if you ever think you're having a bad day, at least you didn't sneeze cocaine onto a table in front of police. Stay smart out there, or at least smarter than these guys. The bar is pretty low.